Hello. All right, all right, all right. Alrighty. We are getting there. Oh, I know, right? No Holy Pandas for anybody. Holy Panda market done. Everybody gonna be missing out on them Holy Pandas. Yeah, we have got some drama in the community today. Absolute drama. All right. Too quiet. Get some music rolling. There we go. There we go. There we go. Oh, okay. Hey, thanks for letting me know. It should just be the microphone, and then everything else should be muted. Hold on, let me try this. There we go. What about now? Let me know if the audio issue persists. Still another source of audio. What could be causing that? Hold on, let me just try this real quick. Maybe it was the webcam. Properties, deactivate, activate. Okay. I just reset the webcam. Maybe that was picking up another source. Yeah, let me know if you're still getting double audioed up. I think it should just be my microphone here that's picking it up. This should not be picking up a source either. I have them both muted. So yeah, who has been following Mass Drop and Geek Hack drama today? Oh my lord. Okay, awesome. That be good news. If you guys haven't been paying attention, today it came to light that Mass Drop decided to send Quakems for his Holy Panda review, his latest Holy Panda review, which should have been reflective of the new Holy Pandas that Mass Drop has got in a group buy right now. They sent him old stock Holy Pandas, i.e. the ones that we knew were good and not the ones that they're producing and having a group buy for now. So if you're in that Mass Drop group buy, I've already told all my friends who I know are in it, and now I'm telling all of you, I would highly consider pulling out of that thing. The fact that Yanbo sent old stock Holy Pandas over to Quakems, even if they're good, that is some shitty movement there. No good. Watch it be like the ultimate Mass Drop cuck move, and the new stock Holy Pandas that Mass Drop is carrying ends up actually being good. So they knew it was old stock. Actually, they confirmed it. So there was a chat between Quakems and Yanbo, who is a employee over at Mass Drop. Yeah. So that's the biggest shitty part about it. So the timing of this all is just way too coincidental. So yeah, the full story. Let me take a step back. Supervan, a user on Geek Hack, releases his buy for the Pandas. Supervan isn't the nicest guy in his group hack, in his Geek Hack thread. He throws around a lot of very aggressive messages and, for no reason, just isn't that great of a guy in his thread. However, he sent his Panda retooled newer variant, whatever you want to call it, over to a couple of guys to review. Man of Interests, Quakems, and Nathan Kim. All of those guys pretty much said, there's no issue with these new versions of the Holy Pandas. So that catches you up kind of to where we were. Then Mass Drop comes on the scene and says, hey, we've got the redone Holy Pandas. You're only going to buy the Holy Jesus switches from Supervan to make Holy Pandas, so just buy them from us, and we've got the entire thing covered for you. They're already put together with Halo, Clears, or Trues, or whatever. And then you don't have to worry about sending money to this guy Supervan, who's, to be honest, just an asshole in his thread. So people jump on it. And so fast forward, the Holy Jesus group buy ends. All the while we're thinking Mass Drop's Holy Pandas, the new ones, are just as good. Comes to light the Quakems review after the fact with a conversation between him and Yanbo. Yanbo confirms the stock that he sent to Quakems to do the review is old stock Holy Pandas, i.e. the bad ones, or the good ones, the confirmed good ones, i.e. we have no idea what Mass Drop is putting together, and they clearly just strung out their announcement and all of this rigmarole to wait for the Holy Jesus group buy to end. So now everyone that wants Holy Pandas is just stuck buying this question mark from Mass Drop, which, I'll be honest, they've retooled these switches before. The B-Suns came out and they were supposed to be the same housings as the Panda switches. They weren't. They were inferior, and so the Holy Panda market just went crazy because there were assumingly no way to get these housings fixed. So anyways, it's a whole crazy thing. You know, really, you can rewind this thing even further than I went, you know, and apparently 27 is involved with the buy with mass drop, and 27 has had a real bad history lately with his Mech 27 V2 group buy, where units just haven't made it out yet. And you know, he's not planning on shipping them, even though people are offering to send him more money to ship. It's just, there's all sorts of messes going on in the keyboard community today. I had my popcorn popped at work, and I was just enjoying the show. Alright, so tonight, though, we are going to be building a KBD75. I've never built one of these, actually. Yeah, I understand that, Remy. I absolutely understand that. You know, it's definitely, I think the sentiment that everybody has towards him, which is why everyone was jumping on this mass drop buy. I think people actually liked Supervan less than they did mass drop. And mass drop's popular opinion was pretty negative as well. So you have to be a big asshole to be hated more than mass drop. I mean, I'll do a group buy on Geek Hack all day before I'll do one on mass drop. And I'll be honest, I would have done mass drop in this instance over Supervan's buy with the way he was treating everybody in his thread. He was just not a nice guy. And for no reason. You know what Supervan kind of reminds me of? The entire time I was reading all of his posts on Mass Drop, it was like an angry English major from college just graduated and realized his entire degree was horseshit. And he's like, alright, well, I need to do something with all these fancy words I know how to write. I guess I'll just make fun of kids on the internet with it. Alright, how many stabilizers do I need? I just clipped our spacebar. I need left shift, right shift. What am I doing here? Left shift, right shift, enter, and delete. 1, 2. Left shift, right shift, enter, delete. Left shift, right shift, left shift, right shift, enter, delete. Okay, I need all of these. I'm modding a bunch of stabilizers tonight. So, yeah, definitely some drama. A lot of crazy drama. A little much, if you ask me, for some keyboards. And then in other keyboard news today, we have the... What is it? That new 60% that just got released from Wende. Wende? Poor guy. He needs to figure out a better manufacturer. That pricing is no bueno. Remy, are you still in chat? Remy, did you see when Quantric jumped on Wende's group buy thread and was talking about pricing there briefly? All of the 5 words that he sent? I felt bad for him. I felt bad for Wende for a second. But honestly, to put that constructively, if you're at $490 for a group buy and you're barely cutting even and making profit on it, you need to find a new distributor. That dude is getting cucked by his manufacturer. And then I found another gasket, I guess you could say, 60% board today. I hadn't heard of the Volcano 660. 660% layouts aren't for me, but gasket. So hot right now. Somebody posted the Mugatu meme. Gasket mount keyboard, so hot right now. That's what I've been thinking for the last couple months. So who's on Top Clack tonight? I haven't seen them send out any messages yet. I wonder if they've got any interesting guests. Be great if they could get Yanbo on Mass Drop. Be like, hey, you guys need to clear the air on what's going on here. Yanbo's been on before. Lots of little plastic pieces that are going to go flying all over my desk with these clip stabilizers. I just want a gasket mount TKL. That's what I'm looking for. That would be big. That would be a big, thick rubber band. MTX Junkie, thanks very much for the follow. Enjoy your stay. Ever consider doing one of those through-hole PCB keyboards? I don't follow. This is a through-hole PCB. The pins go through these holes and you solder them on. The alternative to a through-hole would be a surface mount, and I don't think that exists. Do we have a surface mount PCB keyboard? I don't follow. Maybe I'm missing your question, the Duck Fuggler. If I'm misunderstanding, please clarify. Oh, I get what you're saying now. I would not be opposed to it. I would not build one for myself, but I wouldn't be opposed to building one for someone. You know, and I thought I was gonna have, to be honest, I thought I was gonna have a, what was it, the Zen keyboard, which is, it's basically, the keyboard itself is just two PCBs and a plate, if I'm not mistaken. I think that potential client fell through, because I hadn't heard from him in a while. I should probably follow up and see if he's still, I think he was waiting on switches or something to come in. Yeah, I certainly wouldn't be opposed to building something like that. Those have a bit more surface mount on them, depending upon which kit you get. So they can be kind of more difficult to build. When I first started this, I was thinking about getting a reflow station. Not much has changed from those thoughts. I still think about getting a reflow station. My baby is not happy. Sorry, guys. It's been the trend of these streams lately. It's awful. My apologies if that's picking up my kid crying upstairs. My mother-in-law and wife are both in town, so the baby's certainly got plenty of attention. Yeah, I'm still in shock though. I can't believe Massdrop would pull a move like that. I kind of just like to tune into Top Clock for a minute tonight and see what Brian has to say about it. Has Jay officially joined Top Clock and started hosting with Brian yet, or has it just been Quakem still?
Took the fall, made a mess. Hear my heart beating fast. Need a chance to get you back. 'Cause you're too good to lose.
He would probably do a fantastic job and then tell me about all the things I'm doing wrong. Try and throw in some bullshit line about how I'm trying to increase my profit margins. That dude is nuts. Is he, like, has he had history in this community aside from retooling Panda switches? Is there something else with that guy that I'm, like, unaware of? Did he just completely come out of the woodwork with those switches? Supervan is the hero RMK needs, but not the hero it deserves. He tried to save us all from Massdrop, and in the end, we wouldn't listen to him. R.I.P. Supervan. I don't know, hopefully that's a lesson to the guy. Hopefully he's like, damn, I guess I can't be a total dick to people I'm trying to get to buy my product. He's like the creator of Linux, or he's like the creator of Linux. Honestly, it didn't really stop me from accessing it because you could still get to it. Like, somebody had posted in Geek Hack as soon as it got all censored, was like, hey, here's the link if anyone wants to see all of the messages. And so I didn't actually even check in until they had all been censored. So it didn't bother me. I actually, you know, I probably agree with it. It seemed to have been getting out of hand after having read most of the censored messages. It was just basically a lot of people, you know, airing grievances, and, you know, I think rightfully so, but I think there's only so much around and around you need to go in that light. You know, I think the next step is asking for some ownership from Massdrop, and, you know, making sure that, you know, they should claim ownership and, you know, come clean on this. I don't think they will. But yeah, I mean, yeah, anyone I know personally in the community avoids mass drop. There's very limited transactions that, you know, I know of, you know, personally, you know, people I talk to in Discord and people I know that buy things on mass drop. I mean, mass drop is just a shitty marketplace. This build stream brought to you by Mass Drop will now be sponsored by them. Talked about them too much. Just kidding, Mass Drop. I like you guys a lot. You should send me free stuff. You should send me old stock Holy Pandas to review. People really seem to eat that up in the community. Yeah, I mean, I'd agree with that, Duckfugler. Locking it might have been a better alternative, but here we are. You know, getting more visibility, not less, you know. I think that, especially with the nature of Reddit, you know, and this community, certainly, yeah. People have the right to know. You know, because how many people aren't going to have the wherewithal of, you know, someone like myself messaging them or checking up on a forum that, you know, I mean, I'll be honest, when I first got into it, I didn't read Geek Hack. I went straight into Mass Drop and, you know, figured out pretty quickly they were annoying and a shitty company. Yeah, I mean, so yeah, it's hard to get the word out there for us. Reddit would have been a good spot for us to, you know, make people aware. The mashup is doing some shiesty stuff here at this one. What's up, boys? Doro, Sinji, what's going on? My man. Nothing much, fellas. We're just building the KBD75. My kid's crying in the background. We're talking about how Mass Drop's a shitty company. You know, nothing new. Just another day in keyboard paradise. What was the name of that? What was it, the Paradox? What was that 60% that had a $490 price point? There's a Paradox, and what was the other name? Recall or something? It's probably Reflex, not Recall. He should recall it. That price is way too high. He needs to go back to the drawing board on that one. Yeah. I felt bad though. Quantric was stone cold on Geek Hack, and the guy instantly replied back, Wende. Wende seems like a nice guy. You know, I'll be honest. So my impressions, without knowing Wende, and with my limited, yeah, he did. I felt really bad, his reply there. So, but yeah, I just want to take a second. Wende seems like a great guy. You know, I think what he needs to do, though, is reach out to his manufacturer and say, hey, we got to do something with this number. And if they say that is what it is, then maybe switch up the design a little bit. The one that begins with an R, I just wanted to call it a recall. What was it, Reflex or something? That vent design on the bottom, that looks ridiculously overcomplicated. I mean, I understand why that wouldn't be expensive, but there's a lot of machining involved in that. And the weight as well on the Paradox also has a lot of waste potentially inherent to it. They have that slant to the back and then it goes in. That needs to be machined from a single block. And so you would have to cut the top off to make that slant. You know, you'd be wasting a lot unless they had the ability to machine it in a stepped layer. So, you know, cut one with the slant, cut the second one with the slant. Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. Seems like he cucked himself, and then also at the same time, you know, you gotta wonder, did you get a second opinion? I mean, did you call up to another factory and were you like, hey, they're throwing me this number. Can you guys beat it? I just put my stabilizer on backwards. Oops. So, yeah, I mean, I'm by no means a group buy runner. I've got no experience in designing a keyboard. I've got plenty of experience in buying keyboards, though. And I can tell you, that price point's rough. That's a tough one to get behind. Especially in, I mean, there's just so much competition right now in the market. Yeah. Yeah, I'd have to agree. Yeah, Dara, can somebody link them? Or if you just search Paradox Keyboard Group Buy on Geekhack, you'll probably find it. Paradox and I think Reflex or something. It's RE something. They're two 60% boards, one of which has got a weight that looks a lot like the Jane. That vented design is a little weird too. What did he say? It was like audio inspiration, like inspiration from a speaker. In actuality, that vent just looks kind of ridiculous. And I mean, what is it? It's like exhausting all the heat from your diodes on your PCB or something. It doesn't serve a purpose other than perhaps giving you a $490 price tag from a manufacturer. I'd say get rid of the vents. It's unfortunate too because he's got kind of an interesting design with and he's calling it gasket. It's a burger mount. You know, it's basically a sandwich mount with two O-rings. You know, so it's pretty much the same thing that HBCP is doing with Heine's board. And Heine's doing it with a compact 1800 at what, like half the price, I would imagine. I mean, I don't think Heine's discussed pricing yet, but I imagine it's not going to be more than $300, $350 with a PCB, you know? I mean, it's said and done, you're talking about like a TGR Jane price with a PCB. I mean, you're talking about $550, you know, more dollars. Too much. Especially for your first buy. So, I mean, Quantric's come up a couple times in this discussion so far. I have to say, you kind of take a page out of his book. I mean, I think his first buy was the QXP. Ultimately, that's a very simple board. Not to say it's not. I mean, it's simple and beautiful. And so, you know, find a design that works well. Sandwich mount was underrepresented at the time, and I still think it kind of is. When it comes to 60% sandwich mount boards, you pretty much are looking at the TX60 or the QXP, right? So it fits a great part in the market, and it sounds great, and the quality control on it was fantastic, with the exception of the FedEx guy dropping all the weights, and you know, I'm sure it wasn't absurdly costly to manufacture as well. I mean, it sounds like Quantric had a great hookup on factory, but if you make something that wildly complicated, I mean, your prices are going to go up. So, yeah, I have no doubt that guy's serious with... Oh... Secret 60. with that special sauce. Yeah, keyboards are tough to design. I've watched a couple of CAD build streams. Yeah, I would not want to have that undertaking. I mean, look at how many people are close to, like, the best group buy runners are, like, within proximity to their factory or know somebody that is. You know? It's a tough thing to... Quality control is a tough thing to maintain with something like this. Oh man, my kid is pissed. This is like the witching hour. It's the best time for me to stream. But at the same time, my kid is like freaking out. Damn it, baby. You're costing me viewers. Yeah, I say it every stream. I'm just waiting for somebody to call Child Protective Services on me. I try and announce it a couple times. My wife is actually upstairs watching my kid, so I'm not being neglectful. I don't know if you can hear them, but I'm sure you can hear my kid. So don't call CPS on me, please. So, I've talked about the problems with the paradox, and for the love of God, I can't remember what that other keyboard's named. The paradox, and what was the one that began with an R? Here, somebody linked it here. Let me refresh my memory. Yeah, the paradox and the reflex. The paradox and the recall. You know, in my opinion, he should have taken the Toblerone weight and just ran with that. Like, I mean, it's a cool little finish. You know, if Yuxi's okay with you, you know, kind of copping that look, roll with that. Do your hamburger mount design with the sandwich, and then, you know, keep it simple. That would have been much less costly to manufacture. The weight is sitting at the back, but then goes underneath as well. And so, I mean, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. You got to think about that. You got to think, if you're ever designing something that needs to be machined, how are you going to actually do that? How much raw materials is that going to cost? And I feel like Wendy's maybe learned that the hard way, which sucks. Because burger mounts are kind of cool. His typing test video sounded decent. And he claimed himself that he's got pretty shitty audio equipment, so, I mean, if you got shitty audio equipment and it sounds decent, probably sounds pretty damn good in real life. Yeah, 60% game is hard to jump into right now with the TGR and Singa Unicorn right now. And I mean, yeah, I just feel like there's lots of good 60% options. Yeah. Be eager to see what that guy comes up with next. So yeah, somebody should watch Top Clock as well. Send some viewers over to Top Clock and let me know. Let me know if he's talking about this mass drop, the latest mass drop bullshit that occurred. I'd love to hear Brian's opinion on it. I'm definitely going to be watching the video on demand on that one. So, I have a question though. Did Massdrop refund people when the Tokyo 60 came out? Because there were a ton of people pissed off about that board. I actually flipped mine. I've not been a dirty flipper much in my keyboard career, but I put together some holy chickies and flipped my Tokyo 60. Guy was all about it. That's true. That gap is a new feature. It's such old news. But that Tokyo 60 was a disaster. I mean, I would imagine the guy who created that board, what was, I can't remember his name now, Tokyo Coffee Nerd or something like that? I can't remember. I imagine he would have had to sign off on those changes at the end of the day, right? I mean, was it like Massdrop cornered him? Was like, you don't really have a choice. You need to sign off on this? Or is he like, alright, I'm okay with this? I don't remember ever hearing his update after all was said and done there. We're gonna need some super lube on some of these. Alright. Stabilizers have been lubed. For the most part. Oh, there's not any missing that gap. You can be wasted. You'll still see that gap. There we go. That group I runner seemed like a good lad too. I remember watching the interview with Chokon, with Tokyo Coffee Nerd, the creator of Tokyo 60, and I remember he was a pretty cool guy and it was a pretty good interview. But what's funny is like the camera angle or something got messed up on it, so that's what I remember more than any content. But yeah, it was good. It was a good interview. I do remember he seemed like a pretty cool guy. Mass drop. Got another one. Took another promising little project and cucked it. Yeah, I mean, so I think, what was I going to say? I think that so the issue that I have with Massdrop is oh, okay. I haven't looked at it. I need to go back and take a look and see what Point replied back again. I need to check that out. Good, I'm glad that Quantric came back in and gave the guy some advice. So, yeah, in my opinion, Mastrop hasn't run even a good key set in a while. You know, and any key set that they've ran that's decent has been overshadowed by some shitty other, you know, news with it. Like the Hammer CRP sets, which was supposed to be originally BSP, you know, those turned into a mess. I mean, yeah, I don't know. There's just not a lot of love going towards Mastrop these days. So give me the TLDR on his reply, Sinji. Or just even copy paste it. Quantric redeemed. That looks right. We'll roll with it. Hopefully we don't have to switch it around. Okay. Sure, I can understand that. And you know, it's probably getting to the point where the factory that Quantric uses is probably pretty close to capacity between the work that, you know, he and the other people are running through that shop. I would imagine you would not want to run too much work through the same factory. So, yeah, it's unfortunate, but yeah, hopefully this guy can get a handle on his buy and get, you know, maybe that price could come down a little bit. He's still in the IC phase, so there's still a chance that he could get it, you know, get it working and bring this thing to fruition. Certainly possible. Oh, hold up. I need to figure out how to get them to stop doing that. I.e., I need to figure out how to plug in the camera. Yeah, no, it absolutely. I mean, so yeah, but yeah, like I said, the good news is he's in IC phase, and so he's got, you know, should have plenty of time to take it back to the drawing boards and, you know, get it right. Maybe simplify the design in some aspects, or maybe find a new manufacturer that can run it for less. Shouldn't be that big of a deal at the end of the day. You do that, and you know, then your group buy is ready to go. I think a board like that needs to be in the price point with a PCB in, like, it really should be in like the 350 range, I would think, with a PCB. And then, you know, you start getting extra components and stuff. I mean, yeah, I mean, with the case plate PCB 350, you know, because you don't want to be much more than that, because then when you look at you know, cost for shipping and everything, you don't want to shortchange yourself on that. So yeah, definitely, you got to get that price down. You've got to. I wonder where he went for manufacturing. I wonder if he went to like a United States factory, or if he like went somewhere in China, or yeah, I don't know. I mean, and if he's using, you know, so I didn't read through every post on that thread. If he's using a factory in like Korea or in the United States, and you know, you can expect some level of machining that's of a higher quality, then, you know, maybe make that known and get some better pictures of your prototypes, because, you know, cell phone pictures and, you know, all that aren't going to really cut it. And if you want to showcase off some really fancy machining and, you know, how well your lines are done. But yeah, I mean, people, so that's the other thing. You know, I make that point, but at the same time, I'm thinking to myself, you know, people do some excellent machining out of factories in China, and, you know, so then you're competing with a lesser price point for, you know, really, you know, at what point do you start to look at diminishing returns and say, no, I just need to go with the cheaper option? I'll be honest, people have trouble spending, you know, that much money on a keyboard. And so if you're, one, catering to the enthusiast, which it looks like this guy is, you need to showcase that, or you need to get your price down a little bit so the, you know, semi-enthusiast can still be into it, and you can also attract the enthusiast who's like, this looks like a cool little option to try a burger mount case, and, you know, I don't mind spending, you know, $400 all in with shipping to get this thing done. Yeah. And I mean, the less the better, especially with the new group buy runner. Get your name out with something like a QXP, and oh, what did I do here? Hold on 1 second. Do I need, is KBD75 a large shift? I might not need this stabilizer on the right side. Let's see here. No. Yeah, we're not doing a big shift. What am I doing? This right shift is a small boy. This right shift be a small boy, so we modded one extra stabilizer. No biggie. Yeah, I mean, you gotta anticipate your PCB is gonna be costing you at least another, you know, at best, 30, 40 bucks. And that's if you get the cheap one off Wayfans, you know, if you get like the DZ60 or something. And I don't even know if a DZ60 is compatible, you know. I haven't looked at the compatibility, just because that price point right off the bat scared me away. If you were to get into the nitty-gritty details on that thing, it's not pretty. You got to be thinking about that type of thing. You know, what is my customer liable to have to spend on this thing totaled up at the end of the day? And at the same time, yes, there are pizza and milk. So right now, the Whale TKL from Lin is in production / shipping potentially. I've seen some prototypes and stuff from that. I mean, I don't know. So I don't know if Remy's still in chat. He can chime in if he is. He brought up a great point the other day when I was voice chatting. Lin is all about I'm going to go on a slight tangent here for just 2 seconds. Lynn is all about selling extras to the Eastern market and then allowing them to flip to Westerners. And so, yeah, anyways, that is an option, the Lynn Whale. But yeah, I would not get in on that. The I1 from Simon is coming soon. The I1 from Simon. That dude is a beast. But yeah, no dates or interest checks or anything on that yet. He is planning on doing a powder-coated stainless steel, if I'm not mistaken. It will be expensive. Like, sub... there you go, Sinji. It'll be sub 1,000, I think, but it might be actually pretty close. But if you want nice shit, you gotta spend the money. His philosophy behind that is, and I don't want to talk too much for him, but it's basically taking a look at the OTD CLS, the classic OG Master TKL, and copy and paste in that pretty much, with a couple of funny twists. Illuminati. Nope. Is this 70? Nope, that's the one. Yes, right here. Right here, I believe. Did I get that in the right spot? Maybe. Nope, I'm missing it. Am I over too far? Oh wait, am I not lined up here with the plate? A little bit of warp on this plate. Oh no, my baby's angry. Yeah, this is too far. Is it? Too far over? Oh, I guess we need to use this boy because... I think it's this guy right here. Hold on. Come on. Because they have split shift compatibility on this thing, there are 10 million spots I can put this spacebar here. I've never seen so many places to put a spacebar. Nope, we're still wrong. Come on. Oh man, and then I'm getting this thing on the, look at this chat. We got a couple spots to put a spacebar here. Just a couple. So, and the only thing I've heard too about Wavefans PCB is that it's pretty easy to build, but at the same time, you want to watch out because these resistors can give you trouble. As in, they might fall off on you. So you gotta be careful. Okay. Did I get it that time? Did I hit the mark? No, it still needs to be over one more. Dear God. Here, you know what we're gonna do? Good shot. Yeah, let's see a little closer. Okay. We are going to do this. That spot right there. Yeah. Oh no, I put my space bar on backwards. I flipped my space bar. I'm a dirty spacebar flipper for this build. Whatever. Gucci. Oh, no, whoopsie. That is not the right shift. That is. Cool. PCB mount switch legs. So good. Yeah, we'll have to go slow on this solder. There's definitely a little bit of separation in the plate from the board, just a little bit of warp, but overall it's not terrible. I mean, and we're getting a real nice click in for the PCB mount legs, so similar to Alice, I'm pretty confident that this PCB is going to be easy to work with once we get all the switches in there. It's always nice when it gives you that like auditory click as you're placing your switches there. I love that sound. That way you know your switches aren't going to move. Alright, we're going to do a 1.25 layout here on the bottom for our client here. I think I've got all the keycaps I need to do such. I'm gonna give it a second. I'm gonna try and find all of the proper 1.25s here. Be easier to pick out. Much easier once I move these space bars. Maybe I stand corrected and they're not gonna be as easy as I hope they will be to find. Where are you, 1.25 space? Ready to not key. There's 1.25 volt. That's right. Yep. Ooh. What's up, guys? We just got our invitation to become a Twitch affiliate. Oh, yeah. Oh yeah. Just 2 seconds, man. Voila. Make sure I don't get a loop here. There we go. Cool. Alright, that should be updating soon. Nice. Yeah, we got the Twitch affiliate program this evening enabled, so the subscribe button should be coming soon. Not that I anticipate any of that. But nice little icing on the cake if we get any of that coming our way. Alright. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, just got that email a second ago. Cool. Alright, let's continue. Alright. Should be this guy here. Nope, that's not correct. There we go. Haha! Voila! Let me see here. Did I miss something, or is this correct? Oh, do you have to use... Is it a 1U on... I think it is, because it's all... This needs to be arrow keys here. Which... Good luck to me finding my arrow keys. Hold on. Let's see if I can find them here. Where are you, arrow keys? Oh, baby. Baby's crying. There's an arrow key. There's one. Oh, there's another arrow key. Wait, what in the world? What in tarnation? I have row 5 arrow keys unmuted? I didn't even know I had row 5 unmuted. That's interesting. Let's see here. Oh man, she's angry. She's an angry little thing. What other steel... So I'm returning back now to that question. What other steel keyboards are out there? Are there any others that I missed? Alright, so yeah, that needs to be a 1U in there. So that said, I believe this boy... Here, let's mix it up a little bit. That has to go like that. No. Okay, that's not gonna work. Hold on. What in the world are we listening to here? There we go. Let's play some of this. All right. Yeah, so I've only got 2 options here. Oh, hold on a second here. Let's see what we got going on. Okay. This is peculiar. If I do a 1U here, see if I can find a 1U. And then I would need a switch here. Nope, that's not right. Is that how the 3 switches go? Do you do 3 1Us on this side and then 1.25s on the other? Let's see here. What makes the most sense? Oh, yep, those are 1Us. Okay, yep, that's what it is. Alright, so the layout that the client wants and I was instructed to do is 3 1Us over here and then the 1.25s over here, so like we have. Okay, I believe I have that set up properly now. Let me just find a couple more 1U modifiers to fill in there. So that when we're soldering, if anything comes in crooked or anything, we'll catch it. We'll need a short shift as well. And then there we go. Control Alt. I don't know if I have a menu, so we might just need to do another Windows key. Oh, I do have a menu. There we go. Let's do this. There we go. There's our bottom row. All right. So, I hate to say it, fam. I just don't want anyone to stick around expecting a full build tonight. Because my kid is freaking out, I'm probably going to do this in 2 parts. And so I'm going to finish plugging in all the switches here, and then I will be streaming part 2 of this, which will include all the soldering and typing tests on. Let's think about this. Probably on Friday. We'll see. Verdict is still out. I might do it Saturday. I might do actually like a Saturday, like lunchtime stream. So I just don't want, full disclosure, I don't want anyone to stick around waiting for that ASMR typing sounds and end up being disappointed. I am going to put a 25-minute time limit on us here. So what I could do is I could get this finished dressed up and get it ready, and then what we might be able to have time for is a little bit of desoldering. I've got a couple of PCBs that need to be desoldered, because I can probably finish getting this dressed up in the next couple of minutes. What are we doing here? There we go. Such is life with an infant. That's just the way it rolls. I hope everyone in chat is having a better night than my daughter is. Oh, too much to do and too little time. Let me tell you guys. So by this weekend, and I'm going up to Pennsylvania on Saturday at some point, I've got to desolder. My goal is to desolder 300 switches before then, as well as finish up this board. So we might actually do like an early Saturday morning stream to get some work done. We'll see. We'll see what that day shapes up like. I know I'm planning on meeting a buddy before lunchtime, and so yeah, I don't know, man. It's just too much to do. Something's got to give. Something's got to give. All that around the holidays. When it rains, it pours. Did we just play this song? Where are we? I feel like I just listened to that. It's a good song. I don't need to listen to it twice. But Oh, I don't think I caught it earlier. Did I? Pizza and milk. I don't think I caught you following earlier, dude. Thanks for the follow, man. I appreciate that. Enjoy your stay. Going through stream notifications. Thanks, man. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Looking pretty solid. Yeah, I think it's ultimately going to look really good. So the client has got a black case for this, and so it's pretty flashy looking. That with the underglow is going to look quite nice, I think. Okay. Why am I missing switches? Hold on. Let's check here. Oh, rip. Looks like we're missing some switches. Let's see here. I think he said he sent me 80. I think he said he sent me 80 switches. Hold on. That's no bueno. We're missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 switches. So instead of 75, did we only get, instead of 80 switches, did he only get 75? That's no good. Hold on. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, TTY, we might be right. Yeah, we're absolutely missing 5 switches. Bag is empty. And I don't have any others around my desk anywhere. I've got 71 switches here when you include this little boy right here. So we're still short. We're still short 4. Well, damn, I'm just trying to think too. I don't have any Zealios either on hand. I just sold off my last batch of, and those were 65 as well, not 67, so we wouldn't have wanted to use those either. Well, damn. I was planning on doing a little more with this guy, but it seems like we are going to be desoldering now instead. Let's just double check real quick that we're sitting pretty with all of these. TTY knows that the struggle is real. I have had a couple of issues on stream lately. That's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes, you know what I mean? Sometimes there's just nothing you can do. We're looking pretty good though. Oh, nope, we missed one here. This little boy right here. This little piggy went to switch hell. It's all good. We'll send him home. We'll straighten him out and we'll send him home. So the game plan actually was to complete this build and meet up with the lad who I'm building this for. There we go, that one's good now. Meet up with the lad who I'm building this for on Saturday on my way up to my in-laws. That's unfortunate because at the moment now it looks like I will be meeting up with him on Saturday instead to retrieve a couple more 67 gram Zealios. Yeah, my trouble doesn't involve funding from Congress, so we Gucci when you look at it on that scheme. Oh my goodness, my baby is pissed off. This has been the, like I said earlier in chat, this has been the witching hour lately. She has been angry right now. Alright, well, this is where we end with the KBD75 build stream tonight. Let's go ahead and pack up the rest of GMK Muted over here and clean up the desk a little bit. We'll put our pad down and we will desolder a PCB. Because we've got about 15 minutes left before I close stream out for the night. Either that or we can chill and chat for a little bit. We can do a couple of typing tests. I can do some typing with any one of my keyboards if you guys like. We can do that. So what say you, chat? I'll let you all decide, because I don't think I'm going to be able to even do a full desolder of one of these PCBs either. The choices are first typing test or desolder, and then from there, if it's typing test, we'll decide which board to use in a second. I'll let you guys vote on that too. I can show you the PCB as well real quick. What we'll be working with. We'll be working with one of these boys. Oh, that hurts. We'll be working with one of these boys desoldering some vintage blacks if we want to do that. Hold on, let me see here. Oh, that is a bummer. Let me message my client real quick. I don't know if he's watching stream. Yeah, no, so it looks like my client is watching the stream, and yeah, he definitely ordered 80. Looks like maybe Zeal made a mistake. Ruh-roh. Yeah, so I imagine you're watching stream right now, my friend. And so, yeah, that said, I will send you a couple more messages here later on this evening. That's a bummer. Damn. Alright, so... yeah, man, oh man. Yeah, so once we get those in, we'll probably... I'm gonna aim... I'm thinking this in terms of timelines if you're watching. I'm thinking Saturday, I'll come up, I'll pick up the switches either Saturday or when I drive back on Wednesday, I'll be coming that same route that we discussed. Maybe I can pick them up on the way back. Either way, though, we'll need to reconvene to finish the KBD75 build up, and so that will be back on the books. Chat didn't seem to mind one way or the other, so I'll do a couple typing tests of the Alice here. I've still kind of been getting used to this thing. Let me go ahead and switch some things around here. I'm sorry though, that's a bummer. I know this is kind of a drag for viewing and then also for inconvenience to my client, so I'm more saying sorry to my client than you guys. You guys can deal. But I know this sucks for my client. It's a bummer. We'll figure it out though, no worries my friend. Just might be a little bit delayed with the holidays and everything. I know you're eager to get this thing, but we'll get it sorted out and we'll get it taken care of. So in the meantime, we'll add in a little bit of ASMR. We'll get some typing tests going on here. There we go. And last chance, chat. I'm going to do some typing tests with the TGR Alice here, unless you would like to see. I'm not going to offer the TGR 910 because this sounds like scratchy reds right now. That desperately needs to be rebuilt. I have also got, we can do the LZCLS, which has got Ergo Clears on it. We can do the QXP, which has got Greetech black switches on it. Or we can do the canoe that I built up the other day. Why do I feel like I'm missing a board? I don't even know what else I have right now. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, no, that's it for right now. That's it for right now. So, we'll start rolling it out with the Alice. If anyone wants to hear anything else, go ahead and feel free to request it. Oh, hold up. Let me turn off the music. That way you guys can actually hear. I'm definitely getting faster with the Alice. I've got improvement to make for sure, but I'm definitely getting faster. Hold on, I'm sorry, real quick. Let me move the camera out for a second. I will show you guys a little bit of the QXP. The QXP's got such a good sound to it too. So earlier we were talking about that Paradox 60. And how that guy might have been biting off a little bit more than he could chew with being a first-time group buy runner. Here's a fantastic board that shipped out for a great price, was manufactured in an excellent way. It sounds fantastic. I mean, it's got a really cool side profile that kind of gets its influence from the koala. It's just, yeah, it's a beautiful color. It just, yeah, everything about the QXP was done pretty well. And the sound of it being a sandwich mount, you just heard my top mount Alice. The sound for the QXP is pretty good if you ask me. I'll do a quick typing test for you guys on that if you haven't seen it on my YouTube account. So this one's built up with, like I said, Greetech blacks. We're 62 grams, so it's pretty light, and I've got a pretty cool OG typewriter keycap set on it. So these are thick PBT plastics. Ooh. Spacebar on this thing is pretty damn good. Not typing too quick tonight. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna cut it off here, guys. I know it's kind of a drag, but yeah. So the thought is, we'll sync back up, get the rest of the switches we need to complete the KBD75, and we will return to that build probably after Christmas. So yeah, I'm going to guess either tonight or Saturday will be our last stream before the holidays. So if I don't see you guys, have a happy holidays, and yeah, I'll catch you all next time. Have a great night.